Rise and shine, my pretizens. Rise and shine. Not that I wish to imply that you fell asleep during one of my videos, though no one is more deserving of a rest. All the effort of making these would have gone to waste until, well, let's just say your hour has come again. The right viewer in the right place can make all the difference on YouTube. So wake up, my pretizens. Wake up and enjoy the video. It's been a long time coming. We're finally exploring Half-Life 2. And we are going super in-depth on this. I want to comb through this game more than any other I've done so far. Half-Life 2 is chock full of details that I'm sure a lot of you have skipped over. By the end of this, I bet even the most die-hard fans will have noticed a thing or two that they didn't before. Lock in, y'all. It's time. Welcome to Video Game World Tours. I'm sure most of you get off this train as soon as possible and start walking forward to progress the story. But have you ever turned around? Granted, it's been a while since I played Half-Life 2, but I don't think I ever looked this way and really took in this space. Like, if I was facing this way and you told me to guess what the area behind me looked like, I probably wouldn't have said that it opens up outside. I'd guess it was a tunnel or something. Hey, this is a Source Engine game. We can easily just fly over there and take a look. Though, I guess it's nothing special. It looks super similar to the train tracks you come across in the next chapter. Well, whatever. It's good to just remember that no clipping is an option. One of my favorite things with this game are the scenes that you come across. NPCs will have little moments with themselves or with each other, and they don't even involve you. Like this citizen is getting harassed by the Combine and you just watch it happen. Or you can observe this enslaved Vortigaunt clean up some trash. With where you are in the story, you're in no position to help these people. All you can do is keep your head down and move forward. I love that Valve included so many of these throughout the game. This lady is waiting hopefully for her husband to return. Though, between you and me, I don't think that'll happen anytime soon. This guy knocks down a Chinese food box when he sits. No biggie, just Valve flexing how insane their physics system is. I love that this game keeps you on your toes in regards to where you're going to go next. Like, as you go through this little fence maze, you see someone walk through that open gate. But as you approach it, this Combine blocks your way. Then here, you can clearly see an open gate with a train leading to Nova Prospekt. But yet again, a barrier is put between you and your destination. It reminds me of a line from the G-Man's speech in the opening. The right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world. It feels like your journey throughout this game is completely up to chance. Like, maybe Gordon could have went through this gate if the Combine guy called in sick to work today. Or you actually could have gotten on that train to Nova Prospekt if Barney was a bit too slow. He actually points that out during the next sequence. I like the feeling that gives the game. You never know when you'll get caught off guard and you need to quickly reassess the situation. Anyway, you go through here and Barney talks to you for a bit. I also love that this game has little sequences like this. You'll be put in a small room with someone and they'll do some talking for a bit. In any other game, this would have been a cutscene. But instead of taking control away from the player, Valve lets them do whatever while the characters are talking. In fact, it's almost like they build these rooms as little playgrounds. There's all kinds of physics objects to play around with. I remember seeing a speedrun once where they started stacking everything in the room as tall as they could on this chair. That's fun. It makes replays of this game not super unbearable. You don't have to sit through a cutscene and not be able to do anything. You can goof around. There's a ton of these throughout the game. I'll definitely take note of them when they come up. There's always fun things to do in them. Because of that speedrun I saw once, now I try to stack things as high as I can when I'm in here. I'm not very good at it though. Jumping out a window in a nearby room, you end up in this little grassy area. Well, grassy. It's mostly just gravel. Regardless, what is this space supposed to be? Imagine if you got locked in here. Ooh. Right after that, you can spend some time listening to Dr. Breen. He's reading off a question someone sent in about if the citizens will ever be able to reproduce again. It's such an intriguing question that really brings you into this world, not only through the sheer fact that reproduction isn't allowed at all, but also because Breen is directly addressing it. You kinda want to sit here and listen to his reasoning. And without even realizing, you've started aimlessly goofing around in the environment while listening to someone talk again. This game can so effortlessly pull you in like that. My favorite activity in this spot is to try and jump on this Combine's head. The fence makes it a little difficult. In consecutive playthroughs though, when you reach moments like this, you might start to look at stuff you didn't before. Like, I never noticed the ceiling in here. Kind of an interesting pattern. Maybe next time I'll notice something else. You don't have to stay here and listen to him though. You can go right outside. This is a big moment for the game. You really get a feel of the world just by this screen right here. The dreary color palette, the scanners floating around, Breen's talking head, and the Citadel looming in the distance. It's so efficient. You understand the vibe immediately after stepping outside. But what little details do they have out here? In games, I'm always thinking about the world you don't get to see. Like there's all this playable space you explore, but where does this specific person live? Is it in this building? Do they have a friend that lives over here? Is this souvenir shop actually open in-world, or is it closed for good? I don't know, I just like to think about that stuff sometimes. Developers can't build out literally every space in a world. It's interesting to take note of what they did decide to include, and think about how it informs what they didn't. Oh, here's something I bet you guys don't actively notice that often. All the incidental posters and artwork in games like this. Like, how often do you really walk up close to these and examine them? There's usually not a lot of, meaningful content to them, but they flesh out the world. You look at this set of posters and you just feel a certain way. And this graffiti, too. I wonder if texture artists love putting stuff like this together. It seems like a fun excuse to try something new and be creative, considering your creativity levels are limited when making a plain brick or window texture. Ooh, spilled his ketchup packets. Poor fella. Oh man, here we go. This is one of my favorite spots in the game. The playground. For some reason, I remember playing around a lot in this space from my playthroughs way back in the day. I guess it's the literal embodiment of the physics playground like I alluded to earlier. Here they give you all kinds of little objects to interact with, and they all do something different. There's a game of tic-tac-toe you can play. Missing a piece, sadly. There's the swings that go back and forth. A seesaw that you can kinda use to launch things. And a merry-go-round. This is my favorite. You can spin it by pressing the interact button. You even get it going kinda fast if you mash it. But I love to get in there myself and run into one of the corners. You can really pick up speed that way. I love pushing physics systems to their limit. Silly me. I almost forgot the weird baby doll. It makes a haunting noise when you pick it up. Looks like something Sid messed with in Toy Story. I love torturing this stupid baby. Something I do think that's weird about this space, though, is this raised ledge up these steps. You can't go through the door at the end, and there's nothing to interact with. It's not that big a deal. It just feels like this has to exist for some reason. That was so awesome. Goal! He cleared the bar. Alright, baby. You have fun down here while I move on. Actually, I should probably put him somewhere safe. You know creepers be lurking around playgrounds. Mr. Ketchup Packet, you keep an eye on my baby for me. Thanks. This is kind of a small thing, but I like this entryway. Considering you come in from a side door, Valve didn't need to fully model and furnish this entrance area, but they did. Got a bunch of mailboxes, some random debris, a bike. Bet I can get this jammed in the doorway and have some fun. Oh yeah. Also this super dark closet room thing. Ugh. Upstairs we get to explore some living spaces. How well off are the lucky citizens of City 17? Let's see. They got a stovetop, a big ol' recycler, and a beautifully spacious living room. What I wouldn't give to have a space like, hey, that's the missing tic-tac-toe piece from the playground. Who would do such a thing? Was it you? Just for that, I'm confiscating your TV, and the nightstand, and this painting, and your cinder block, and your other cinder block, and your chair, and your briefcase, and your cup, and your bottle, and your milk carton, and your Chinese food box, and your jug, and your paint can, and your other jug, and your can of food, and your pot, and your pan, and your crate, and your tea kettle, and your box, and your recycler, and your other paint can, and your other box, and your other painting, and your other painting. There. I think he learned his lesson. Another space for you to explore just next door. Nothing too much to say here. But geez, the bathroom is scary. I feel like a sleep paralysis monster could be hiding in the corner. Dark rooms in Source games freak me out, man. Going upstairs starts a little chase sequence. You quickly rush through some apartments to the floor above with the Combine hot on your tail. This guy barricades the door while you escape. But what if I don't want to? What if I want to phase through this guy and explore the rooms we just ran through? Oh, there's no Combine. He's just doing all this by himself. Huh. Anyway, they really just plowed through here. This is kinda Gordon's fault. Wonder if it weighs heavily on his conscience. Oh hey, look down there. It's the playground we visited earlier. I love when the environment wraps around like that. Do you see what I see? That's the door that we went through to enter this building, but the inside of it isn't rendered. You can see it better if I no-clip down there. There's a tiny bit of the void visible from a completely normally accessible spot. I hope someone got fired for that blunder. I wonder if objects thrown out the window will appear on the ground when you go back outside there. Okay, there's the chair. Now let me just... Of course it's not there. Of course! I don't know why I even entertained the idea that it might be there. Stupid, Preston. Stupid. Alright. Time to move on. Excuse me, sir. I don't know why, but I think this attic is super beautiful. I guess it's the way light is cast in from above. This engine really is something. Everyone remembers the chase sequence on the rooftops, but did you know that once you reach the room at the end, you can actually backtrack all the way to the beginning? Hiding under this ledge protects you from all the gunfire. Or if you're feeling particularly daring, you can get on the nearby ledge and jump back into the attic. You'll, immediately die, but it's an option. I like the point of no return in this room. I know that if you climb down these steps, they break and you can't go back up. The Combine beats you into submission while you cower in a tiny corner. I know what's waiting for me down there, and I'm not gonna go. Actually, I wonder if... I spent some time trying to find a way to trigger the Combine ambush while standing on top of these pallets, but I couldn't. Then I thought to actually trigger them, but immediately run back into the room and hide behind the pallet. The first time I tried, I was unsuccessful. But the second time, I actually managed to trigger them and have the doors open, but they didn't bum rush me. I don't know where they are, actually. Can I come out? You gonna... Oh my god. Whoa. Hey there. Wait, where did she even come from? She shows all those Combine who's boss, but it's not clear how she got here. I doubt it was the elevator. That thing is slow. Oh, you know what? She probably came in through that window, considering it's mysteriously open here. Yeah, that's definitely it. Look, you can see it's unbroken before the little scuffle. That's a neat little detail. How many of you guys never noticed that before? Wait, I wasn't able to get back to the level above once I fell down earlier, but I wonder if I can pick up... Nope, all these are too heavy to grab. Though I guess I could just give them a little push. Give me a sec. Almost there. Alright, now I'll just... Yes! I genuinely didn't think this would be possible. I bet not many of you have done that before. Unfortunately, there is an invisible barrier blocking you from going any further back. But hey, it's cool I was able to parkour up here at all. I'll take it. This room down here always freaked me out. It's super dingy. Reminds me of something you'd see in Saw. Also, you can block the wall from sliding out here, and Alex doesn't know how to handle it. Eventually, she teleports through though. Isn't that a speedrun trick? Using physics objects to get NPCs to teleport further along their path? Guess you could call me a speedrunner now. Oh, that's the end of chapter 1. We'll call it for today. This is kind of a different format than usual. I want to go super in-depth with this game. Let me know what you guys think of it. And let me know what other Source Engine stuff you want to see next. It's been long enough. I'm ready to dive into this space. Deeper than ever before on this channel, really. I'm all in, baby. Thanks for watching, Predizens. See you all next time.